Coaches, those of you guys who have followed me on the channel know I always talk about cost-benefit analysis. And today I'm going to show you how to put that in practice by reading one piece of grass and getting 2 gap run RPOs out of it. Stay tuned for today's video right here on Air Raid Nation. Coaches, welcome back to Air Raid Nation. This is Coach Coltharp coming to you again today. And today we're going to talk about one of my most favoriteest subjects in the air raid, and that's cost-benefit analysis. And that's one of the reasons why I love the air raid so much, is because it really focuses on repetition and getting good at what you do. And if you want to learn more about the air raid and other things like this, man, I would love it if you subscribe to the channel. Click a like on today's video, man. That means the world to me. We're almost at 5,000 subscribers, and make sure you join the notification gang by clicking that bell so you know when we go live, because we got giveaways we're going to be doing the rest of the time we're doing the channel. Hey, stay tuned towards today's into today's video. There might be a giveaway in there too. But anyway, all that being said, we're going to talk about cost-benefit analysis today and everybody's other favorite topic, the gap run RPO. Let's jump into the video. All right, guys, here we are over in our Just Play software, and I wanted to talk to you a little bit about today about cost-benefit analysis. And, you know, we say this so much in the offense is that, you know, one of the reasons why we don't have, you know, 5 dozen runs and 3 dozen passes and, you know, this 135-page playbook and all this other stuff is because we just in the air raid kind of have figured this thing out that you are wasting your time practicing things that you can't call in the game, you know, several times, you know, and if there's a play that you're going to call the majority of the time, then that's what you need to practice. I mean, and the wing T guys get that too. I mean, that's why they practice buck so much. I mean, they know that that's their deal, and so they're going to rep the things that they know they're going to call, and that's the same way with the air raid, just kind of from a more passing philosophy. So any of you guys who've seen my courses, whether it be the foundations or some of the videos that I put on YouTube, you know that I talk about CBA quite a bit. And so when I started talking about RPOs and learning RPOs, and I'll be honest, today's RPO lesson is not like something like uber, oh my God. We have a course called Evolution of the RPO. There's all kind of RPO stuff over on CoachTube that you can go check out that are, you know, way better than the things that I do. But I'm not an RPO guy. I mean, we have RPOs in our offense, but that's not my bread and butter. I'm still one of those guys who believes in the quick game more than he does the RPO. In the comments down below, quick game versus RPO, which one do you love the most? And it would be interesting to see which one of you guys think that is, because, you know, when you have a limited playbook and a limited amount of practice time, how are you going to use that? So here we are. We're going to talk about this piece of grass right here. And let me get one of the diamonds so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. We're over here in Just Play. If you haven't used Just Play before, man, you guys got to check that out, man. It's pretty awesome. But we're going to read this second level force player. Okay, this is the guy we're going to talk to, you know, and if you've looked at our evolution course and if you know anything about RPOs, you know, guys have started off with, you know, with zone reads, and then they get to the second level force player. Now you got guys who are reading the third level and so on and so forth. And if you're really good at it, man, hit me up with some content, because I would love to learn more about this kind of stuff as I move forward. But unlike you, some of you guys, you know, I'm one of those 15 states that didn't play football this fall, so I'm in my preseason mode more than I am my offseason mode. So I'm really kind of limiting what I'm trying to do right now versus you know, learning more stuff and stuff like that. So anyway, we're gonna read this piece of grass right here. All right, so let's jump into it. I want to show you 2 diagrams and then 2 video clips, and then we'll come back and close it up. All right, guys, so here's the first one, and we're just going to call this the backside RPO, and basically we run this quite a bit with our dart play, with our inside zone, and this is the case in the clip I'm going to show you. This is going to be Carolina running some GH counter stuff, you know, with the sniffer. But basically it is it's your joker route where H is going to come inside of that piece of land that we talked about. You remember, we're looking at this piece of grass. So as a quarterback takes that ball, he's looking for that piece of grass. If he gets that grass forced open, or if it's vacated, then you know, he has the right to pull it and throw it in there right now. And I can tell you, talking to Coach Longo, you know, he tells Sam, you know, Sam is looking to throw that ball more than he is to hand it off. And I tell my guys completely the opposite. I say, listen, you're never wrong if you give it. But he just tells Sam, he said, if you can throw that thing in there, go ahead and throw that thing in there, you know. And Sam's always looking to throw it first, and I think maybe at the college level it's probably open a little bit better than that. But I mean, you can see it's pure gapped out of 21 personnel. The key is, and the reason why it's nice is because the sniffer, or the Y in this case, is always on the same side as the read. So here they've got Y and the running back on the same side, and so it's going to make that read a little bit easier. So let's jump back into the other diagram I want to show you, and I want to show you the front side, one, next. And matter of fact, here let's do the video first. All right, so here we are looking at the backside RPO clip here, and you can see Carolina is in their same side sniffer formation. They're 21 with the backs on the same side as the H back here. They do a lot of different things. They run split zone, they run counter, so it's not really a tell. But one thing I would want you to look at is the eyes of the DBs. We talk about this idea, having that idea, looking at the inside. That means I'm counting the box. How many's in the box? Well, we got 6, maybe 7 if you want to count the overhang. Okay, what's the depth of the corners? Well, these guys are back. Okay, where are their eyes at? Are they on the receivers? And then what's their alignment? Are they inside, outside? So, Sam's going to look at this and he's going to look, okay, these guys are all looking dead at their receivers. I'm thinking this is going to be a man coverage scheme. So he knows right now that his piece of grass could be vacated. So as he has his RPO calling, and they're coming from from the end zone. So, it's definitely could be a big play here. Let's see what happens when Sam does this. And you'll see exactly what we're talking about is right here on the pre-snap, his eyes go bang right to the piece of grass that we're talking about. We're talking about this piece of grass. He's worked it, front side, back side. But look, he sees right now, he knows it's man coverage. Look at my man chasing right here. He doesn't know he's sitting here for comeback. And it's a nice, easy throw for Sam in the hole, and it really gets him from being backed up and gives him a really good chance to be able to move the play. So here you can see it from the backside again. You see everybody's eyes. You can see that outside linebacker staring right there at the tight end H-back. So right now that it's man coverage, and it's just like stealing. Okay, he's coming in there hard, and he sees that piece of grass, and he throws it right in there into the piece of grass. And that doesn't take a lot of reps, guys. I mean, and we have a video on the channel where we talk about patent RPO. It's a great video I got from Coach Richard Bailey of Scotland County. If you haven't seen that, look it up on the video, in the video list below. But check that out. All right, let's jump into the other. All right, coaches, so coming back over here, looking in our Just Play software, we're looking at the same spot again, and let me get another one of our diamonds, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about right here. You have, the force player we're looking at, and then you're going to give H kind of an option. He's either going to sit in this grass or he's going to replace the grass, depending on, what the free safety is doing. So it's, we're still looking pre-snap at what's going on in certain areas, but it's still the same thing. Sam's eyes go the same way. And I think the biggest thing that you got to understand about this, and the reason why I think cost benefit analysis of reading this same piece of grass and getting 2 runs out of it, whether it's to the flow or away from the flow, is the fact that your quarterback's eyes know to go to the same spot. And basically, hey, look, dude, we're reading the guy that's over top of Y or our sniffer in this instance. So, it's a really good play. Like I said, cost benefit analysis says, you really should have this in your offense if you're going to do any kind of RPOs. So let's jump into the diagram and let's see what it looks like on film. All right, coaches, before we jump in the video, man, I just want you guys to know that if you put this code in right here, you get 1 of 10 free copies of my Evolution of the RPO course over on CoachTube. I really appreciate you guys being part of the notification gang. You guys that click the bell know that when we go live, we're going to be giving away special things. So don't miss an episode every Monday evening. We're coming out live from here on out. Tell a friend. Let's try to get get the subscriptions up on the channel. We're trying to get over 5,000 before the end of Christmas. We got less than 500 to go, man. Really appreciate you guys helping us spin it to win. Now let's jump into this last video. All right, guys, so here you can see Sam. He's reading this same piece of grass right here, right? We talked about this. He's getting his idea. Where are their eyes? He's pre-snapping man. He sees right now man over number 3 is pretty cool. And the other thing I wanted to point out, this is a great thing I think Coach Longo does. They love to RPO coming off, and a lot of guys are scared of that because of throwing the football and things like that in field position. But this right here, you cannot be afraid. If you're going to be an RPO team, you cannot be afraid to pull the trigger and throw this ball here. And so he's just going to read it. He sees that his force player, Reed Grass, is wide open. He's going to throw it in there, and they're just running a little quick hitch. And then watch what Dez does. He's just going to roll through it, bang. And this is what happens when you have great athletes on your team, man. So if you're not recruiting your basketball players, not recruiting your track guys to come out and play football, man, this is what you're missing out on. You're missing out on guys like Dez Newsome. All right, so anyway, here you can go. You see 41's eyes are right here on the sniffer. Sam knows that from the very play for your team, kid, and help us win a game. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's episode of Air Raid Nation, man. Down in the comments below, really and truly, let's talk about it. Quick game versus RPO. Which one are you a big fan of? If there's anything I can do for you, make sure you hit me up on Twitter at Coach Coltharp. Check over the website, 92meshgroup.com. We have all kind of suggested courses over on CoachTube. We're running our holiday special for 50% off, so if you haven't checked that out, as always, do that. If you haven't joined our mailing list, man, we send out about an email about once every week and a half with suggested courses, free stuff, just other little tidbits of information, man. You can do that in the description down below. Hey, please drop a like, make sure you subscribe, and as always, spin it to win.